General, please! William held the hilt of his knife with one hand and made a gesture to see him off with the other. Humph! General Lewis glanced coldly at William's little move and turned to leave the conference room. Even if the young prince had some suspicions, he could not do anything to him unless he could find evidence. William escorted General Lewis all the way and entered room A1 again. After closing the door, William went to room A2 and invited the city guard general inside. Followed him all the way to the conference room. I have seen the young prince! Entering the conference room, the city guard general bowed and saluted in a very polite manner. General, please sit down. Thorian had a blank expression on his face. After motioning him to sit down, he asked William to pour a cup of tea. General, do you know why I asked you to come here today? Thorian said lightly. The same opening remarks as before, with a hint of temptation. Is it because of Chen Xavier's disappearance? The city guard general asked back. Oh? It seems that the general has a clear mind. In this case, then tell us everything you know. Thorian raised his eyebrows slightly. My young prince, I just heard it from others. Chen Xavier's disappearance has nothing to do with me. My young prince asked me to question him, but I'm afraid you asked the wrong person. The city guard general lowered his head slightly, and his expression could not be seen clearly. Really? Thorian sneered. Before Chen Xavier disappeared, he only saw the three of you, and he had a conflict with you last night. You said it had nothing to do with you. Do you think I would believe it? My lord, everything I said is true. The general of the city guard said sincerely. Although I invited Chen Xavier to have meal last night, I went home alone after that and never left the house again. If you don't believe it, you can ask my family members, they can testify for me. General, you and I are both smart people, don't pretend in front of me with such words to fool children. Thorian's smile faded, and he said coldly, I will give you another chance. As long as you tell the truth and admit your mistakes, I can spare your life. On the contrary, if you are stubborn, you will end up with your family destroyed. My young prince, I have been working diligently for West Lacosia and serving the palace. I have never done anything out of line. I hope that young prince will have a clear understanding. The city guard general bowed his head again and put on a very humble attitude. Don't worry, I will investigate this matter thoroughly, Thorian said indifferently. I gave you a chance, but you didn't want it. In this case, there is nothing to say. William, send him away. General, please. William didn't waste any words, and walked forward to invite the city guard general out of the meeting room. On the way back, the city guard general frowned slightly, feeling a little uneasy. He could see that Thorian was really furious this time. Once evidence was found, he would be dismissed at the least and his head would fall off at the worst. Although he had informed General Lewis in advance, and had handled the beginning and the end, he had done something wrong after all, and he was a little uneasy. Now, he just hoped that Thorian would not find any evidence, and the case would end in nothing. After sending the city guard general to room A2, William returned to the meeting room. At this moment, Thorian was holding a cup of tea and thinking silently. He could see that General Lewis and the city guard general had obviously colluded, so they were fearless. With their means and power, once they killed someone to silence him, there would basically be no trace left. Even if the law enforcement team was dispatched to investigate, it would be difficult to find any substantial evidence. Now, to get the result, we can only find another way. William, let them go. After thinking for a while, Thorian suddenly said, Let them go. William was stunned and asked in confusion, Young prince, they are obviously the most suspicious, why let them go? Without evidence, we can't do anything to them now, so it's better to let them go directly and lure the snake out of the hole. Thorian narrowed his eyes slightly. Luring the snake out of the hole? What do you mean? William was even more puzzled. He found that he couldn't keep up with the little prince's thinking. You don't have to think too much, just listen to my arrangements, Thorian said meaningfully. I will not only release them, but also invite them to dinner. I will tell you how to do it. Thorian waved his hand, and William immediately came up and listened. After Thorian whispered a few words, William's eyes lit up instantly, and he was surprised and praised repeatedly. "Seconds! Why didn't I think of this? You are worthy of being a little prince, and you are really smart as Kong Ming. Don't flatter me, hurry up and do your work," Thorian urged. "Don't worry, young prince, I will do it beautifully and will never let you down." William clasped his fists and turned to leave. Thorian took a sip from the teacup, his deep eyes looking at the slowly sinking sunset outside the door, muttering to himself. "Good words can't persuade the damned tiger. I gave you the opportunity to confess, but you didn't cherish it. This time, don't blame me for killing a chicken to scare the monkey."
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever, a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care. Now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace. But now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go. Though distance brings separation, in my heart you'll always glow. I just can't say goodbye, no matter how hard I try. A bond like ours, so deep and true, will always be if you stay or no. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no